Rema, can you please start your, okay, yes, I can see. Hi, Rema, can you unmute your mic, please? Your mic is on mute. Can you unmute?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. So how are you, Srija?
Yes, sir. My name is Srija.
Srija, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yes,
Srija.
yes.
Okay, so Srija, are you using mobile or laptop? I see, I
Desktop.
believe you are using desktop, right?
Yes, sir.
So are you sure the desktop, is your desktop working fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So, and have you downloaded Skype in the same desktop?
Yes, sir. Same
Okay,
desktop.
good. Okay, fine, good. So basically the interview going to happen the Zoom over the Zoom application, right?
Okay.
And
Okay.
the client will be coordinating with you over Skype before your interview, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you step by step how the things going to happen in today's today's interview, right? And which way you can represent yourself and what they are anticipating from your side. Okay. So first thing after this call, you need to send a Skype request to our client, who will be
Okay, sir.
coordinator between you and
Okay.
between panelist. So
Okay.
once you send the Skype request, then they will see your message and they'll respond. They'll respond back to you with their some comment. You need to go through their response and respond them accordingly, right? So as soon as they respond, you need to respond them back, and most probably they will ask, right, are you ready with your passport? Are you in a private room? So these things they just want to they will double check with you to ensure that you are okay with your internet and audio video is working fine. Once you confirm everything is fine, thereafter they will provide you interview link of Zoom and the passcode and the meeting ID over your Skype. Okay. So once you have those details, then simply you need to click, then you will be able to join the Zoom interview session, right? So if in case any difficulties joining the interview session through the link, so you may use the meeting ID and meeting passcode. They will also provide you along with the link. If in case the link doesn't work, you may shift to meeting ID and passcode, but 99% that the link will work if your Skype and Zoom is downloaded in the same device. So once you join, you will see two panelists in front of you. There will be two panelists who will interview, and this is a general HSC interview, and they are interviewing for of their 5 HSC trust: Belfast, Western, Southern, Northern, and these are the 5, and another is Western, right? And Southeastern, and another is. So total 5 trusts are there. So they will allocate according to your preference. So there is nothing to worry about the preference. Whatever you have asked, you will get that. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So the another thing is, first you need to keep your original passport, right, for ID verifications. Okay, that's fine. So whenever they ask a passport for ID verification, you may represent them. So as soon as you join them, first the panelists will introduce themselves first, right? So just after their introduction, they will ask a ID for verification purpose, and for that you may show your passport wherever your name, your address is appeared. So once they successfully verified your details that they are interviewing the right candidate, then they will start asking the question. So they are not going to ask any introduction from you. Make sure they will not ask. Okay, they will not ask any interest-based questions from you, like introduction or why you wish to work in the UK, what do you know about Belfast. They will not ask. So remove this from your mind. Okay, so Just after their introduction, they will ask a ID for verification from you. Simply show them. Once they'll authentify that you are the right candidate, then they will start asking the questions. So there will be 3 questions they're gonna ask from you. 3 questions,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And the questions, then those questions will be based on general nursing, general
Okay.
basic questions they will ask,
Oh,
like
okay.
infection control, diabetic patient type, or like maybe infection control, chest pain management. Even I have given you the preparation material,
Yes, sir.
so you may
Yes, sir.
just go through it. Did you check those preparation material or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, I prepared already.
Yes. So most of questions we had collect, don't rely on those questions, just we have given. Even we had collected those questions from the recent interviews of HSC. You must have seen a file, HSC possible interview questions in a PDF file. So we have listed
Yes.
all the questions from the previous interviews. So you must have seen there that what type of question they are asking and which way they are asking, which and what kind of question they are trying to ask from the candidate. So if they're asking about medication error, so you need to first understand the question, then take your time, then start explaining them in detail. They are anticipating an answer in detail with some appropriate example, right? So
Yes, sir.
as soon as you get the question, first listen, understand, and then answer them immediately. Okay, so 3 questions they will ask. They may be add 1 scenario based questions, including 3. They may be add some scenario based, like if anything happened to that patient, so what would be your procedure, to whom you will inform. So like that, they will create a scenario for you, and then accordingly you need to answer them in detail, right?
Okay.
And you don't need to, please don't keep answers in short.
Okay.
Anything
You
they're
understand.
asking in detail, you need to explain in detail.
Okay.
Because just I'm sharing for your information that there are 3 questions, and 3 questions weightage would be 60 marks. So out of 60, you need to achieve 42 marks or more than that to pass the interview. That means if you achieve 42 marks, you will get 70% marks. And 70% marks is the minimum passing rate for this interview. Don't keep this mind during interview. Just forget this. I'm just sharing for your information so that you keep emphasizing yourself to complete your answer in depth with some appropriate examples. So how they are evaluating the answer marks, they will evaluate for each question. They will evaluate based on your appropriate answer. They will evaluate based on your detailed answer. And the last parameter is if you provide an example with appropriate which relates to your question answer. So for that, so these are the 3 parameters, and based on that, they will give you marks. And 1 question marks would be 20 marks. So out of 20, you need to try to achieve more than 15. More than 15 you need to achieve for all of all of the 3 questions, right? So if you cover all these points, if you try to break your answer in detail, point to point, if you are breaking your answer in 10 to 15 or 20 points, so definitely you will hear congratulations message at the end from the panelist, right? This is the way they will inform your result itself. So the panelist main focus is the nurse answering their questions in detail or not. This is what, if you cover if you provide them answer in detail with some appropriate example, and the answer is appropriate, then definitely you will pass the interview. But 3 questions they will ask, 3. They are not going to ask more than 3. So don't think more, think over, right? So and another thing, you need to be in a private room, right, where nobody can come during your interview, and you need to be very energetic, very confident with your answer. Keep some smile while talking to them, right? And just come online at least 45 minutes prior to your interview schedule. on Skype. First, you need to come on Skype first. Over
Mhm.
Skype, our client will provide you Zoom link. You need to use the Zoom link to join the interview session over Zoom. So your
Okay.
interview going to happen on Zoom, not Skype. So
Okay.
I hope there is no confusion.
No.
Is
I'm
that clear? Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm
So
clear.
this is, so overall duration, they are going to take maximum 30 minutes, minimum 15 minutes. Rest it depends on you how long you are stretching their time, right? So as
Okay.
long as you keep your answer, so that would be good for you to achieve the passing rate, or maybe you get 100% pass rate as already
Okay.
got from our side, from one of our
Okay.
nurse recently. So there's nothing to worry. The interview going to be very simple and very normal. Just you have to be very confident. Don't be nervous, right?
I'm
If
sure.
you are missing any point, just take slight time and then answer them properly without any hesitation, right?
Okay.
So this is the key to pass the interview.
Okay.
Nothing else. Any question you have?
No, sir. This is my first interview for NHS, so
Don't worry, just be confident. Like they are not looking at this is journal interview. They are not going to ask any specialized question. General basic question like medication, diabetic patient type, or any urgency, anything happens, or what would be a process, any what is the documentation, you need to tell them in detail. Whatever you are managing day-to-day work, if they are asking related to that, you just need to elaborate them accordingly, because they just want to know if they'll put you in front of patient. A patient is very sick, right? So what would be your procedure? So you need to explain them step by step. What would be your first process? And just after that process, if the patient is more exhausted, what would be your next process? So this is the way they want to hear from you. I'm just giving an example how you can represent your answer in front of them, right?
Okay.
So this is the way you need to represent yourself, and that rest is fine. Your audio video looks good to me. There's no problem. And just try to speak loudly in front of them so that they know that you have good energy. You are very confident with your answer. And
Okay.
just make sure about your audio video is good during the interview, so that you won't face any difficulties during the interview. Any difficulties, just let me know without any hesitation. Okay.
Oh, sure.
But just be confident for your interview. Still you have time, so don't need to think over what they are going to ask, how I will answer. Just keep calm, just go through a one-time question, but don't rely those questions that they are going to ask the same question. They may be asked different, but this is confirmed that they will ask general question, which you have or had managed in past, the general, because you are a specialized nurse, right? So
Yes, sir.
accordingly, you need to manage yourself. This is what they are anticipating from a nurse. Okay. Is there any
Yes.
question, Srija?
No, sir. No, sir. I'm clear now.
Yeah, everything is fine. And
Okay.
use the same device, because
Okay, sir.
I've done test on this. Everything looks fine for me. Everything is okay. But if you're gonna use another device, so that might be difficult for you to manage. Maybe some audio issue occur during the interview. So make sure you use the same device. Do you have
Yeah, same
electricity
device.
backup?
Yes, sir.
Internet backup? Do you have any hotspot, anything?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just make sure. If not, just keep it be ready with some secondary option. If any interruption, anything, you may be ready with that device.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you, sir.
Srija. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.